So here's the thing. The only thing that trumps our love for creating videos is creating epic music videos. So we wanted to try and attempt something that we've never done before, which is create a music video for a product. Take a look at what we got up to and I'll see you on the other side for the exact step-by-step process for how to create your very own music video for your product. I hope you enjoyed watching it just as much as we enjoyed creating it. So now let me show you how to create this from scratch. Let's start off by going over a storyboard breakdown of all of our scenes that you can follow. You want to introduce your brand and your product in the first 5 seconds. The first scene is absolutely critical, so make sure that it's super engaging. You can see we've used this fast-paced shot of the highway, which is really eye-catching. Make sure you're using footage that is relevant to your product. So as this is a running shoe, it gives you that feel of fast-paced running. You want your second scene to flow naturally from your first scene, but still showcase your brand and your product in a different way. So you can see we've kept this fast-paced highway footage, but we've just showcased the product from a different angle. So make sure that your product images vary for your second scene to showcase them in a different way and to keep the audience's attention. You also want to showcase any diversity for your product. So for the third scene, you can see we've got the background image of a city for people that like running in the city. Try to showcase different ways that your product can be used for your third scene. We've also done this for our fourth scene, showcasing the running shoe in a gym setting. Once again, this just showcases the diversity of the product. And of course, for this scene, we have added different angles and styles of the product. You can finish up with some final shots of your product and your brand name across the screen to get this stuck in the audience's head. You're now ready to start creating your epic product music video, so click the template link in the description, and from here you can create a free InVideo account by entering in a few details to get started. Once the InVideo editor loads, the first thing you're going to do is pick a music track. Picking a music track is crucial because all of our elements and text will be synced to the beat of this track. So think about your audience, your brand, and the style of video that you want to create. Generally, upbeat tracks work well, but of course this won't be relevant for every brand, so pick a track that's relevant to the niche of your brand. So we've chosen this hip hop promo ad from the InVideo music library. So once you've found a track that you like, just simply add this to your timeline. Now let's get started with the first scene. Firstly, you can change the project colors of your video down the right hand side to the colors of your brand to speed up your workflow. Delete any text and logo placeholders from the video so we can start with a completely blank canvas. You can start by adding your background footage. Either use the InVideo stock footage library or upload your own, and then just drag this onto your canvas. Set your first scene to 7 seconds so we have enough time to showcase your brand name and your product. You can then add an overlay to this footage. So simply choose the rectangle element, choose your brand colors, and then set the opacity to something like 70% to make it more transparent. Now we can add our brand name to the video. So simply drag on the text element and type out your brand name, and you can of course choose the fonts of your brand when doing this. You can then copy and paste this brand name 6 times or as many times as you like, because we will be syncing this text to the beat of our track. And of course you can change the colors of the text as well. Align each text element on top of each other accordingly. Now it's time to sync the text to the beat of your track. So click on the timeline for this scene to sync each element individually. Use the waveform to pick up the beat of your track and then sync your text to this beat. You can zoom in on the timeline to make this process easier. Wherever the sound spikes on the waveform, that is where you will want to sync your text. You might have to listen to the track a few times to pick up the beat. You'll also need to crop your text elements down so they sync out on each beat as well. Then simply add some animation to your text elements so they really pop out when they appear on the screen. We've used a combination of different animations to make it a bit more visually diverse, including the bouncing animation and the glitch effect. For elements and text that only appear briefly, make sure that the animation is set to 0.5 seconds. You can end your first scene with an image of your product. So simply upload an image of your product and you can use InVideo's background removal tool to remove the background of the image. Then once again, sync this image to the beats and add some animations. You can now create your second scene by hitting the plus button and clicking add blank scene. When adding your second scene, you can add a scene transition to this as well. So once again, for this scene, you can add some background footage. Like I said, you want it to flow naturally, so it can be similar to the background footage from the first scene. And then you can once again add an overlay, but I recommend that the overlay for your second scene to be a different color from the overlay from your first scene. This just simply makes the second scene more eye-catching. As I mentioned, you want to showcase some different angles and styles of your product for this second scene, but once again, you are simply syncing these images to the beat and adding some animations. Try to get creative and don't be afraid to do something out of the box. You can see we've added some text overlays with the brand name down the side this time. You can do this by simply writing out your brand name a few times within the same text box, stretch out that text box and then simply rotate it. You can also add some shape elements to your scene with different animations to make it more engaging. Now essentially all you need to do is repeat this process for your other scenes. So you can add your brand name and varied images of your products from different angles and different styles and simply sync these elements to the beat of your track. You can see from our video, we're alternating the brand colors from scene to scene. So like I said, try to get creative with the animations and with the images that you are using of your product. Once you've finished creating your epic product music video, all you need to do is preview your video and then hit export. And that's how we created a super cool product music video. We hope you enjoyed watching the tutorial as much as we enjoyed making it. If you want to use this exact design, then you can click the link in the description to the template, which is completely free. And if you want to watch more of us trying to push the envelope with InVideo, check out these other episodes from Everyday Experiments with InVideo. This is Elliot with InVideo, and I'll see you in the next one.